Hello everyone, Adam here. Welcome to another gameplay review video. What I'm going to be doing over the next few weeks is just a couple of videos here and there covering me playing Planet Coaster, just because I haven't had a proper chance to play this game yet, so I'm going to give it a little bit of a go now. I've had a couple of goes on these other parks when I first got the game, but what I want to do is do what I like to do most on this game, and that's do one of the levels, but try and theme it so it complements the level as well best as I can. So if we just start the new scenario. Okay, so this is what we're going to start with. This is what comes with the level. We've got this roller coaster. We've got like a diner, toilets, and the like a gas station or a petrol station. It's kind of like a Route 66. So what I want to do is like an Anytown America kind of feel, so sort of the usual things you'd find in a sort of place. And the first thing that came to mind was a motel, because you're going to be stopping at some point. I imagine this road goes on for for miles and miles and miles. And I want somewhere to sleep. It goes well with having a petrol station and a diner and things around. And the first motel I can think of that could be themed is like the Bates Motel. So I want to do like a roller coaster that's sort of not hardcore, but we don't really start off with a great selection. So I'm going to go straight for like a proper metal roller coaster, a large one that I can. But at the same time, I don't want it to be too over the top, because we're playing this for real. We're going to be using cash, and also I want it to be so most of the guests are going to be happy to go on the ride. So even though it's going to be themed sort of quite creepy, the ride itself is not going to be too intense, so it's not going to be too bad, but it will be nice enough that lots of people will be attracted to it. And I'm thinking about building it just here, because I can imagine like a natural expansion of a sort of a settlement like this, just going to build in a local vicinity. But I also like to do a couple of smaller rides in the area, just to kind of just to get a bit of extra income and a bit more interest and make the area look, just look more exciting. So we've got this one here, looks like a bit crazy, getting inside the mind of like some sort of psychopath, as like the Bates Motel. And I don't know, we'll see. I'll probably research something. But first thing I'm going to do is just place a generic ride like this. Okay, just slap this anywhere, queue it up, get the ride going so you can get some funds. Then I'm going to start building the motel, and then I should be at a stage where I can trash the rides that I built just for the cash, and then build the actual roller coaster and theme it. I'm not going to video it all, because it's literally going to take me like 2 or 3 evenings, but I'm going to come back to a stage where I think my initial idea is kind of set out. Okay, let's do this. Okay, so for just quickly to show you guys, first thing I did, like I said, was just slap this ride down. Then I've used that as like I can get the scale for building the motel. It's a little bit larger than I've done the Bates Motel, etc. But it's nice having the 2 levels, so you can get a nice long queue for that, and a nice queue for like complementing rides. And I thought a hammer swing, so you kind of imagine lots of hammers being swung round there into people's heads and stuff. So there's that there to go with it. Looks like a courtyard for the guests of the motel. You got like a little area for drive-in. I wanted to spread out the food a little bit much. I want to have it centralised, but you get some here to start with. So I just added a little one there. But this is nothing permanent. It's almost like sketching out. This is just the basic shapes, and I want to have a little motel sign. Next, I'm just going to scrap this and start building the ride that I want to have there instead, and I'm going to do like the house for the Bates residents, sort of over here somewhere. And yeah, let's see where this goes, shall we? Okay, so you can see I've been much busier this time around. I had a proper good few hours to have a go at the roller coaster and have a go at the scenery and the accompanying rides. So I was quite happy with it so far. It's nothing spectacular or amazing. It's just trying to get used to how the game works and make it realistic too. I wanted to make this could be like a real theme park that you could manage in real life and afford to be built, etc. So we've still got the motel. I've changed it to Psycho, because Blake's Motel just, I don't know, seemed a bit lame, didn't it? And I want to do some lights and stuff to the sign, like the open, but with lights missing and stuff, or, you know, I'm not quite sure yet. This hasn't really changed over here. I'm going to add, this is going to be like where you first come into the park. There's going to be just where you get the food and things. I know that's that here, but when you get a couple of thousand guests, they do like to have quite a few options and have all the things spread out a bit. So, and also it's quite a nice bit of wide. This is all path really, but you can see before I've tried to copy the theme. Like I said before, I like to try and continue the theme when I'm doing a career mission. So I've sort of reused lots of parts here, and also added mine like sections that like car parking spaces. But it's all just nice fat paving, so at the start of the park you don't get too many people, they're going to start choking up. Like here, it's already quite a lot of people moving around here, so I've got these other path that tries to help, tries to help congestion, you know. But so far it's going okay. And when I'm going to have the park extended all the way around, so you know the guests should be spread out quite evenly. So yeah, here's the coaster. I'm being lazy with theming, to be honest. I'm just trying to smooth out the terrain, cover it in trees, but it's kind of for a purpose. Some of it is just to make it all blend in more with nature, but this I wanted to have it so it looked like you couldn't quite see necessarily what they've been up to down there. I want to put a bit more cover here, so you can't always see all these coffins. You have to, once you're on the ride, you're like, oh, these coffins. Oh man, this is not a good place, you know. So is that there? We've got this. I try to get it from the TV series. It's not quite the right angle, and it's much steeper to make, to accommodate for everything. It's kind of got, it's sort of reminiscent of the TV series, isn't it? Except there's that roller coaster. We'll say that. I'd like to have the realism. We've tried to have the fences, so people don't, people wouldn't want to be able to walk over and stick their arm in there. Try and make sure people are safe, whether they like to be safe or not. It also adds another layer, doesn't it? You should always want to be adding stuff like this, even if it is a case of literally placing every single last one like that, etc. Right? So, it's worth it though. I think it's nice. And you got the signs to make people know exactly what it is from a distance. Like, oh, Psycho, what's this over here? Go in this direction. Oh, there's obviously the entrance. The sign. All of that stuff's all good. I always think. Real simple plant. It's like we're talking like you can literally just place brick walls. Here's some plants, thing in the middle. Oh, it's a planting. It takes just a few seconds to do things like that. Trying to have some natural path walkways. You've got to splash these bits of park all over the place. It's nice. Having these climbers at the side of the walls. It's quite fun to do. It's almost therapeutic. I tell you, it's nice. So what else have we got? That's pretty much it really. It's taken me like 3 evenings. I redid this ride like 3 times. The first 2 times I had this as the hammer, or no, the big spinny forge one, and then I had the ride kind of wrapping around it. It was kind of cool, but the rest of the ride was just so awful. So I was like, I'm gonna have it just simple, keep it nice and simple, no messing around, So yeah. Again, I've not finished any of this. Ignore the detailing. I have loads of little plants everywhere, little features all over the place. This is just like the bare bones, right? So it's going to be quite easy to change stuff. I mean, I've been a little bit things like this is actually 2 builders together because I didn't realise you could do half-size grids and stuff. So it's a bit of a mess, but aside from all of that, like I said, I'm not quite used to this game yet, but I'm loving the fact that. I'm using old school techniques. I'm building here, there, and everywhere on the map. But really, what I really should be doing is building like off in the middle of nowhere, saving the building, moving, editing, copying the building, etc. Then placing them down. But there's lots of old school residual kind of techniques from RollerCoaster Tycoon or whatever. But I don't know, best of both worlds on it. So yeah, I know probably this ride isn't amazing, but I'm sure at least one person in the world who's still watching this video would be like, oh, I wish you'd do a bit at the end of the video where he rides this ride. So let's go and ride this ride, shall we? Okay, so I like the idea of like a pre-chain hill lift. part of the track, so I don't like to go straight into the hill lift always. I like to try to do something. So here, like, I've got just a bit of downwards momentum, and then corpse, little like barrel roll corkscrew and line twist, and then straight away you can see into like a bunch of open graves, and but you can see the owners of the motel are obviously up to no good. This hill lift I'm a bit disappointed with, because originally I had it so you could see quite a lot of the Bates residents as as you're moving up here, but the ride lost so much momentum. It barely got halfway around the track. I had to change it a lot, so I didn't expect it to slow down so quickly. So I sort of re-raised all of this area up, and now you don't really have that effect. But I'm pretty happy with the rest of the ride. There's just a slight stop at the top, so all of the cars on the ride can make sure they're all in order. It's 4 block sessions, I think, so there's 3 cars. Remove the first drop, we've got a nice angle on the first part of the ride. You get to see the motel, see the residents, and go into the corkscrew over the path. Another corkscrew, you get some twists, some ups and downs, a little bit of a loop, all sorts of things out of the table, but nothing major. We're very small. In fact, we're as small as I could make them almost. I'm still kind of used to the RollerCoaster Tycoon. You make rides in that game, from 1 to 3. So I'm still very much trying to get used to the kind of coaster way of doing things, but it is certainly a lot more dynamic if you have a look at it. Even when I was building good rides on RollerCoaster Tycoon, I didn't feel quite as fun as this one. But I think that's just a credit to the game, how beautiful kind of coaster looks. And at the end, you've got a nice slow sort of re-entry into the area. You get to see a nice angle here of the residents. You can't really see the motel, but you get a chance to see the other car. The guys who've just gone on the ride after you. You get to see them going through the part you went through a moment ago. And so it's a bit fun, I think. If you can see the other cars on a roller coaster, it makes it a lot more interesting, I always think. Yeah. I'm actually surprised that we should have started moving them a second ago, but I'm sure the ride's not broken. I'm sure it's something else going on. And you never know, it could be broken, couldn't it? The rides do break down and stuff, so well, just abandon that. Well, there you go. I hope you guys enjoyed what I've done so far. I'd really like to hear. I'd really like to see what you guys would do, if you'd want to change anything, if you want to add anything, what else you'd like to see. I'm kind of thinking in other areas I'm going to have maybe like a Texas Chainsaw Massacre area or something. Another area this side where it's like just a travelling fun fair or something, just to sort of slowly introduce people to the park. So yeah. Cool, so I think what I'll be doing is I'll just be doing this as and when I can. I don't know, I'll do a part 2 for this in maybe a week's time or something. So yeah, thanks very much for watching. I hope to see you again soon. See you laters.